Hey.
Yeah.
Hey.
Okay.
Hey.
Okay.
Hey.
Yeah.
Hey. Hey. Yo, y'all know what time it is. What time is it?
It's the
iBall Live. Get it? It's the iBall Live. Get it? It's the iBall Live. Get it? It's the iBall Live. Let's go. Come on in, everybody. Come on in.
Come on.
Come on in, everybody. Come on in.
Come on.
Come on in, everybody. Come on in.
Hey.
Come on in, everybody. Why? Why? Because it's the iBall Live. Get it? It's the iBall Live.
Okay.
Get it? It's the iBall Live. Get it? It's the iBall Live. Let's go. What up, what up, what up, what up, what up?
Yeah, man.
Y'all already know what it is. It's the iBall Live. I'm your host, Derek Williams, also known as D-Will the Coach. In the building with my guy, producer extraordinaire on the ones and two. Breezy in the building. What up, Breezy?
What's going on, sir?
Y'all already know what it is, man. And we back. That's right, we back for another night, man. Bringing y'all all the games for the #1 podcast for all things high school basketball in the state of Alabama. Tell me somebody that do it better than us.
Oh, my.
Tell me somebody else who does it.
I can't even give you a name.
I can't even tell you nobody else who does it. So since we're the only one that does it, because we created the lane, we in our own lane, we doing our own thing. Welcome. What up, Bray?
Yeah, what up? What up?
What up, chat?
What up?
Y'all know what it is, man. We turned right now. Oh yeah, shout out to everybody in California, man. Stay safe out there.
Yeah, man. Sure.
Stay safe. Here in Montgomery, we had an unfortunate situation the other day.
Gotta stay safe, everyone.
Gotta stay safe out there, man.
Everyone.
You know what I'm saying? Gotta stay safe out there. When you 6'5", 6'6", you out here shooting guns and not jump shots, it's a problem. When you 18 years old, you standing 6'6", and the other one 18 years old standing 6'5", and you out here shooting and it ain't jump shots, we got a problem.
Yeah. I'm serious.
We got a problem. But hey, listen,
Hey, man, back to it.
y'all know what time it is, man. I want to say what's up, man. Welcome, man. Welcome. Hey, man, we finna dive into a bunch of stuff tonight, man. I really ain't got nothing to talk about, for real. I always got something to talk about. But I ain't got nothing planned. But what we are going to do, man, we're going to run through the city. We're going to run through the state tonight, man. Bunch of games on tonight.
Yeah,
bunch of area matchups.
Yeah, we're going to see.
Bunch of area matchups going down tonight, man. So we finna tap into some of those, man. We're going to run through some games. If you jump in the chat, man, y'all want us to watch a particular game, hit us up, man. Let us know. Tell us what game we need to be watching, man. We're going to check them out tonight here live on the iBall Radio live call-in show. We're streaming live right now, as y'all always know, on iBallRadio.com. But speaking of that, Breezy, let's go and talk about that real quick.
Okay.
Let's start off the show with the website.
Go ahead.
Y'all know we constantly working on the website because we want to bring y'all the best content possible through our website. And I told y'all a couple of weeks ago we had issues, right? I told y'all we had issues with the player card not submitting. We had issues with recurring payments not going through. Just a bunch of ish, right? Bunch of headache. We couldn't get the rankings page correct, right? So we fired him. Basically, we fired him. We fired GoDaddy. Like we fired them. So we have now switched over. Shout out to Dogwood Solutions here in Montgomery, Alabama. That's right, man. We went local. We had to get somebody we could touch, somebody we can reach out and touch, somebody we can sit down and talk to that can see our vision.
Them foreigners, man.
Yeah, man. Trying to go over. Yeah, man. GoDaddy just wasn't it, bro. So, listen, it costs a little change, but hey, listen, for y'all, man, we'll spend the change. We spend the change for y'all, right? So that iBallRadio.com should be back operational. I told y'all 24 to 48 hours. It's been 48 hours. Give us another 24 and we good. Right? It will be good to go tomorrow. We switched over servers. So we switched over service today, right? So if you go to iBallRadio.com right now, you can't get on the site, you can't log into your account, or you can't sign up for a new account or fill out your player card. Be patient. We got y'all coming. It's getting worked on right now.
A relaunch.
Relaunch coming soon. That's what I like, man. The relaunch is definitely coming soon, man. So just be on the lookout for that. Let y'all know we are diligently working to get that back up, because we got some dope articles we dropped, man. We just dropped that the passing article on that Breezy. We just dropped, and y'all know we got stuff in the stable. I got player spotlights on deck. I got a lot of those coming out, but we have started dropping more reels again from the lives to get y'all to go, because once the website comes back, one thing we will be doing is we will be laying into that exclusive contents page. If y'all want to see a lot of exclusive content, man, we got interviews with coaches. We got interviews with players. Coming up very soon. I was supposed to have him on. They say Clay Burst Pinson tonight. That's a good one. That's tonight. I think that's the one that got rescheduled. We'll jump on that Clay versus Pinson in a second if it's at Clay Chalkville, because I know Bob ain't got no camera. Bob ain't got no. So, but I will say this. Oh, Breezy.
Yeah.
If people don't know, live hand claps, just start hitting them. Just hit them and keep them hitting. Just let them go for a while. You can just keep them going for a while. We want to say congratulations is in order for the iBall Radio live call-in show. This is episode number 50. Oh. That's right, man. Episode number 50. We have done 50 episodes of the live call-in show. And overall, man, for the iBall podcast, this is episode number 198.
That's up.
We are at 198 episodes into the iBall podcast. And we're 50 shows into the live call-in show, man. So hit the hand claps again, Breezy.
That's amazing.
Yeah, man. Shout out to y'all, man, for rocking with us. Thank y'all for being in tune with us all the time, man. Each and every week, couple times a week, man. We went from 1 time a week to now we 2 times a week. Salute for everybody who tunes in, supports us. I'm gonna read a testimonial for y'all a little later in the show. If Breezy remind me to do that, I'm gonna pull up the testimony. We got an awesome testimonial to our DM this morning. And I think that's those type of messages is what keeps us going, right? It keeps us wanting to help y'all.
Yeah,
right?
Sure. It just makes it real. Like it makes it like the reason why.
Yeah, it gives us a why to what we do, right? Even if it's just one person we can help, right? That's who we're helping, and that's who we're privileged enough to help, and it works.
And it works, and all you have to do is just pay attention.
Yeah, man.
Just,
shout out Lefty, man. Appreciate that, Lefty. I appreciate that. Yeah, man. Episode number 50, man.
Yeah, man.
Listen,
big.
50 times, Breezy. Tell somebody else who's doing it like us, man.
I can't give you one name.
No, hey, listen, in 2 episodes, we're gonna do something special. 2 episodes on next Thursday, if all goes well. Next Thursday, 1 week from today, we will be celebrating episode number 200.
Yeah, that's major.
200 episodes of the iBall podcast,
that's
man.
Major.
Come on, man. In 4 years, man, I'm going on 5. Listen, and even though this is not a leap year, right? February 28th, March 1st will be officially the 5th year.
No.
Year number 5 for the iBall podcast.
2025.
It's 2025. So this will be 5 years, man. We hitting a lot of milestones this year, man. We hit 50 on the line. We finna hit 200 on the podcast. And we finna hit 5 years of doing this each and every week for y'all, man. Come on, man. Hit the horn, man.
Hey, yeah, man.
Come on, man. Talk to me, man.
I can't give you one name.
Come on, man. Like, so yeah, man. Milestones hitting this year, man. Very exciting. And we finna talk some other stuff, man. We finna talk our ish here real soon. But we're gonna pull up that. Hey, Breezy, go ahead and pull up that Clay Chalkville Pinson game. We'll let that run while we talk. But a couple of things happened. I do want to address that I hadn't talked a lot about, right? I haven't been a voice of it like others have. And I was real loud about the shot clock a couple of years ago, right? Leading all the way up until now. And I'm still loud about it because now that we finna watch these area games is going on, there's no shot clock because the stupid rule says we can't play with it in the area games, blah, 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 right? So I was a huge advocate of the shot clock, and I don't care what nobody say. I want to say what we did in putting the pressure on the masses and bringing it to the forefront. I want to say helped push the shot clock along, right? Because that's what our platform. We aim to advance and go ahead, right?
Right.
So with that being said, it's something else that I want to address that I think is going to be huge for the game of basketball in the state of Alabama. And this is something that I think can be implemented faster than the shot clock. And that's a block charge circle, bro. I gotta say, the block charge circle in basketball, in high school basketball in Alabama is much needed. I am so sick of seeing referees call charges up under the goal. A kid can be standing under the goal, and it's all he has to do is fall, and it's automatically they ringing him up. It's like that's the most favorite call of a referee. It's to ring him up.
Yeah, it's the easiest one.
They don't even put the hand behind the head no more in point. They like punch him out like an umpire in baseball.
It's the easiest thing to do something.
So to my point, bro, we need that block charge circle because that call has changed many of games that we've watched this year. Is somebody getting a block or a charge underneath the basket? But we're watching this Pinson Valley Clay Chalkville game, area game tonight. Looks like Clay is up 26-12 in the second, 1 minute and 20 seconds left in the second quarter. So man, y'all hang out with us, man. We're gonna run through the game tonight, man. We're gonna watch as many ball games as we possibly can. I know Clay Chalkville took a big loss to Mountain Brook the other night. Huge loss to Mountain Brook. And looks like they just hit another three. That game against Mountain Brook showed me a couple of things. I'm not as high on Clay as I was. I said this the other day.
Yeah, you did.
I'm not as high on Clay as I was in the beginning of the season. Right. And I've seen them several times in person, and the reason is they lack a point guard, bro.
Yeah, you said that early on.
Yeah, they lack a point guard, and I think it's going to be tough for them to win a state championship with the lack of a point guard.
Right.
I just don't see it. I think that's gonna be tough.
Yeah. It is.
Is this Clay Gardendale? Okay, I was gonna say that didn't look like Pinson, bro. Nah, that ain't Pinson, bro. That don't look like Pinson. Is it? Yeah, I think that's Gardendale, dog. Yeah, that's Clay Chalkville, but that's definitely not Pinson. You say Gardendale?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. That's what I'm saying. I know they ain't up on Pinson. Like, I don't know.
I thought they just had the name wrong.
Nah, that's Gardendale. Somebody put in the chat Clay versus Pinson, then they came back and it's Clay versus Gardendale. Alabama_hoops 12. They put us on. But yeah, man. So I'm saying, like, I think a block charge circle in high school basketball right now is something that we can implement going forward into next year. That's something. It's all you gotta do. Everybody gotta paint it in the what you call it, on their floor.
Yeah, and you ain't gotta hire nobody to
you ain't gotta hire nobody to run it. You ain't got no extra money. You gotta. There can't be an excuse. It only advances the game and it helps out the referees. So referees stop have to make those judgment type calls. They don't have to make those judgment type calls underneath the goal, which are crucial calls that happen. I remember, I'm just going to go back to this. I'm going to go back to this. I remember when it was 2020. We were in the regional finals versus Eufaula. And in Garrett Coliseum.
Okay.
We are in the regional finals. It Greedy drives baseline, and it's a questionable call. He goes up. It's his fourth. He has 4 fouls. He makes the shot. Right? He makes the shot. Should have been an and one going to the line to shoot one, and the game we would have put the game away.
Okay.
Instead, they called a charge. Greedy fouls out. Game ends up going to overtime. We end up losing the game in overtime because we didn't have a point guard. Greedy fouled out. Greedy foul. It was questionable, right? It was questionable. But my point is, if the block charge circle is there, it's not a questionable call.
Right. You don't have to worry about it.
Because if he's outside of if he would have been inside the circle in this instance that I'm talking about.
Yeah.
But it would have been, no matter what, it would have been an automatic block and one.
Right.
Like, it takes the judgment away from referees in that instance, bro.
It takes that pressure off.
It ain't no fucking pressure. It's just they don't know what they doing, bro. Like, they need to make the game easier because we were in Jasper. No, it's not pressure on the referees. It's them not having they don't know what they're doing, right? So I'm not gonna call it pressure because they don't care who wins the game, so to speak. Right. Who wins or loses, they don't care about.
Right. No, but not that kind of pressure.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So it takes the judgment out of
The
it for
judgment is
them.
the best word, right?
Yeah, it takes the judgment out because they're not qualified, bro.
I feel you.
They stink. Sorry, referees, but y'all suck.
Hey,
They suck.
everybody.
How did Clay lose to Mountain Brook? Mountain Brook beat him. Like, oh, what up, Clyde? Clyde Glitch. Hey, shout out Clyde, man.
Shout out Clyde.
Up there in New Hampshire, Brewster, doing his thing. He checked into the live,
Yeah, for sure.
but he I thought they played on ESPN tonight. I don't know. It might be playing on. It must be. I don't know. But anyway, I thought I saw Brewster Academy was playing on ESPN tonight. It might have been another day then. But anyway, man, like I think the block charge is something that we need to do. Now, we done had a lot. Yeah. We done had a lot go. Hey, phone lines open 334-209-5222. Call in, man. Speak your piece. Let us know what's going on in your life. But that Mountain Brook Clay Chalkville game, Mountain Brook is a much better team than people are giving them credit for. I remember when our preseason rankings, Breezy, we ranked Mountain Brook at like 18, 19, somewhere around there, and people flipped they win. They were like, how y'all got Mountain Brook so high? What do you mean? Like just because they don't have the marquee names that they've had in the past, that's still Mountain Brook, bro. They still got Coach Davis roaming the sidelines.
Right.
Who was there all that time with Bucky, won all them championships. Bro, like, stop sleeping on these teams.
Bro. Exactly.
I don't know what is that.
Hey. They gonna sleep, then they better come to play.
Yeah, but they definitely that's a much better basketball team than people giving them credit for, dog.
Sure.
Like it just is what it is. All right, man. We're watching Gardendale and Clay Chalkville right now. Who else is on tonight? Because I'm just gonna be honest. Listen, I'm gonna get heat for what I'm about to say. But I don't care much about watching Gardendale. No shade. I need everybody in Gardendale once we get back up to what you call it, man. I need y'all to go fill out your player card. Like so hold on. Yeah. Trying to do a couple things here at once right now. That's what I was finna look up. Let me look at it. Hey, chat, man. Chat, tell us, man, what game's going on tonight, man? It's a lot of area games going on tonight. I know a lot of them got moved up to tonight because of inclement weather that they are predicting for tomorrow. Supposed to be some snowstorm coming through from out of the West Coast from Mississippi and stuff. We need to go to California and put them fires out. But they say it's so they've maneuvered. I know a lot of school is out tomorrow. I think just about the whole state of Alabama out of school tomorrow.
Yeah, they canceled school.
Yeah, so a lot of games going on tonight that we weren't expecting to happen tonight. So if the chat jump in, man, let us know what games we need to watch. But I'm looking them up right now. I'm finna see what games are interesting tonight because this Clay Chalkville game just didn't impress me. Northridge plays Bryant. Okay. That might be a good one. Go to what you got on the screen over there, Breeze?
The home pet.
I'm saying what those. That's Alabama.
I was trying to click all that.
Yeah. If you see, I'm finna pull it up. Let me pull it up. Oh, they got Mountain Brook Huffman on right now. Is that tonight? You know what the day is now. That's January 11th.
Yeah, the day the 9th.
Day the 9th. But yeah, man, we're trying to pull up some games right now, man. See who we want to watch tonight. Y'all know some games in the chat right now. Northridge Bryant, we're going to pull that one up also. Let me filter this. Boys. Varsity. All right, so here we go. What we got live right now? I don't know any of these teams. These teams.
I was about to say, there's a whole lot of teams I don't
know. Hewitt Trustful, Vestavia, Jacksonville, Pell City, Homewood, Parker, Holy Spirit, Pickens County. Let's see more. Boy.
Hey.
Boy, it's some
I thought there was some
man.
heat on.
Listen, that's what I was told him, the DM today. There was some good games on tonight. Boy, sheesh. I'm on page 3, boy. I ain't seen one that I'm running to. I'm trying to see nothing I'm running to right now, boy.
Maybe they got the dates mixed up or something.
Maybe they did, because boy, they got Fairfield, Oak Grove. I don't even know who Oak Grove is. Don't kill me out, y'all. But I don't even know who they are, son. At all. Oh, listen. I want to look. Let's watch a little bit of this one. East Limestone and Brewer. East Limestone has been getting a lot of people have hit us up a lot, telling us we need to watch more East Limestone, right? And since y'all said it, we gonna do it, right? Let's pull up East Limestone.
And Brewer.
Yeah, and Brewer.
Yeah, I got it right here.
Yeah, we just gonna watch a little bit of this. Check it out. See what East Limestone talking about. But lot went on, Breezy. From last week's live. Don't look like that game's on. I ain't even in the gym. Camera on, gym empty.
We early,
bro. Like time is it's 7:36. We tried East Limestone. We tried, bro. Like y'all can't say we ain't tried.
Hold on.
It might be bro. They ain't like you getting them no time. Ain't nobody that man. Well, I think empty. Sheesh. Jacksonville, Gadsden, Hewitt, Trussville, Vestavia. Man, I'm finna have to go. I'm finna go. Man, what games you saw that you could text me talk about? There's some good area games on tonight. I should have asked who. Some of these teams, bro, I'm gonna be honest, I thought I was in the wrong state because some of these teams I don't even know. We ain't never seen them play before. I ain't never heard of Hackleburg. Is Hackleburg, Alabama, bro?
Hackleburg, Alabama.
I've never heard of them.
I ain't never heard.
Herbertville versus Hackle.
Hey, now I got my own ville.
Hubbard. Oh, I'm sorry.
That's not me.
Yes, Hubbardville versus Hackleburg. Bro, I don't even know where that's at, dog.
That's some country. Oh, boy.
We're gonna come after you, calling them country.
I'm in the country. I'm country.
Hey, man, put it on Herbertville, Hackleburg. Are these even real teams? Like, it's a Hackleburg, Alabama. Somebody, where's Hackleburg, Alabama at, y'all? I ain't never heard of that. And I ain't even being funny, dog. Like, I've never heard of Hackleburg, Alabama. Straight like that. Somebody in the chat, fellas. Hackleburg. Hold on. Got a call. Yo, with two?
Press 1. To send a voicemail, press 2.
Caller, what's your name? Where you calling from?
Lance, Huntsville.
Ah, I got Lance is in the building. What's happening with it, Lance?
Hey, Bob Jones, James Clements is tonight. Grissom, Huntsville, Buckhorn, and Mae Jemison are tonight as well.
Okay, so we got some North Alabama games that we'll go. We were trying to find Hackleburg. I don't even know what
that's over. That's over a little bit south of Florence.
Oh, so that's North Alabama too?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I see. Russellville, Phil
They
Campbell.
moved all Friday night games to Thursday because of weather and no school and all that type of thing.
Gotcha. All right, man. So we gonna look like some people filing in the Hackleburg, don't it, Breeze?
They doing something in the gym.
You can take it off that. Let's we're gonna go to you say what were the games in North Alabama? You say
Yeah,
So you got Bob Jones, James Clements, which will be good. You got Buckhorn and May Jemison, which will be good.
yeah, let's go to that Buckhorn May Jemison.
Huntsville at Grissom. I don't think that'll be much of a game. Huntsville should run away with that, but you never know.
Yeah, let's go to the Buckhorn May Jemison game. That's an interesting game to me. I think that's a big 6A area matchup.
Yeah, because Buckhorn, Jemison beat Hazel Green the other night, and Hazel Green was undefeated in the area.
All right, so we got the game up, man. Looked like it's 14-5 early on. Looks like May Jemison is up on Buckhorn. Yep, 16-5 right now. I don't know, man. May Jemison's one of those teams that's extremely confusing in a lot of ways, right?
Well, I think Coach Pete is trying. It's his first year, and he's trying to incorporate the system that he was under for so long over there at Huntsville High School with Coach Swears. And that's a big adjustment to try to get those kids into that system in 1 year time when you're not dealing with the same type of athletes.
Right, and different dynamic, different all around, man. Just how you
it ain't even the same.
Yeah, you got to coach. It's completely different on how you have to approach coaching that group of guys. And it might take him 1 or 2 years in order for him to get right, to get that system implemented. And there goes TJ Pruitt with a knockdown 3-pointer. One thing that he is doing, he plays TJ Pruitt a lot at the point guard. TJ Pruitt handles the ball a whole lot for May Jemison. He's the one who really initiates.
He kind of does that JD Gossett type role that JD does over at Huntsville.
Right. But he's a much bigger body than JD Gossett. Right. About the same height. Both of them around 6'4", 6'5". But TJ Pruitt is a big body kid who can play a lot of positions.
Well, he runs that Trendon Wofford. I mean, it's the same offense that Mountain Brook run. He runs that Trendon Wofford position.
Right. The Kobe Jones, Trendon Wofford, high post, mid post, running that Brett Fred down the lane. Yeah, I'm telling you, man, that's one of the most underrated players in the state of Alabama, regardless of class, bro. Regardless of position. Frederick Derrick is probably the most underrated player in the state of Alabama because he does so much for his basketball team, and he's just a really good player, and he deserves a lot.
If he was 6'3", he would have whatever offer he wants.
Oh yeah, without a doubt. So I do see you brought him in already, Breezy. Yeah. Okay. Our guy Terry Drake just popped in the building, man. Drake, what up, man?
What's going on with you, man? You good?
I'm good, man. We got everybody on the phone. We got Lance from Huntsville on the phone right now. We're currently watching this May Jemison versus Buckhorn area game tonight at May Jemison. 19-10, 43.8 left in. Looks like the first quarter. But Drake, man, let Lance get his call off, and then we'll jump into it. So what else you got for us tonight, Lance?
No, that's it. Go for it. Y'all have fun.
All right, there it is, man. I got Lance from Huntsville. Lance. Stay locked in with us all the time. But right now, we got our guy Drake in the building. Drake, what it do, man?
What's going on with you, man?
Man, we chilling, man. In here doing what we do as usual. What up, Drake?
What up with you, Breezy?
In your world.
Man, it don't stop, bro. Don't stop. You know how it goes, man. So what y'all been talking about, man?
We started out tonight talking about the block charge circle and how that's needed, and how I think that's the next push for things needed here in the state of Alabama, dog. When it comes to advancing the game, we harped on the what's the name of that? The shot clock for a couple of years, and all of a sudden we got a little bit of implementation for it. Hopefully it continues to be implemented, because like right now watching this game, there's no shot clock being played in this game because it's an area game, and the rules say you can't do it. So hopefully we'll have it implemented full force here in the next year or two. but something that we need, I think, can be implemented right now that is much needed across the state, and that's the block charge circle.
What got you on that?
Man, watching all these charges that have been called underneath the goal, bro. Like, referees on this level aren't capable, in my opinion, of making the correct call in a bang-bang play in that area of the floor. It seems like 95% of the time they're calling a charge. But a lot of times the kid is standing under the goal. The shooter of the basketball is basically falling on top of him, which should be a block. But since he's standing there, they usually all the time call a charge. I've seen games that have been won and lost off that call this season, and that call wouldn't have been so impactful in the ball game if that block charge circle was there.
Gotcha. I see what you're saying.
So
right.
I'm kind of on that kick right now. You know what I'm saying? I'm kind of on that kick right now. And then, you know, kind of what we talked about on Monday that's been a topic of discussion is, you know, just all the, it's a lot of rankings and publications and stuff out there, dog, that just confuses me. I'm all for, I've said this before, I'm all for anything that advances our game forward, right?
Yeah.
I think more publications, the more people talk about it, the more content that is produced and put out for the state only helps us, right?
Yeah.
Damn, bro. Like, some of y'all just need to stop. So, like, I'm gonna be honest. I'm not a Ken Palm guy. If y'all not familiar with Ken Palm, it's the Ken Palm rankings. It's all based on numbers and algorithms and all this type stuff. And college basketball, when it comes to seeding in the NCAA tournament, a lot of them have started to go to those Ken Palm type rankings and RPI type rankings. I'm not a fan of that stuff, bro, because Ken Palm, they watching the games at least. On our level in high school, it's cool to say and do, but they ain't watching the games. You know what I'm saying? It's just as bad as the ASAW. Like, we know y'all not watching the games, right? It's a coaches poll that is being put out, and it's wrong. Coaches don't watch other teams. So how are you going off of coaches? I talked to plenty of high school coaches, and they hadn't seen teams play all year. They hadn't seen them play all year, but that's who you're going to ask about who are the top teams in the state.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? Like, so I take issue with that.
So there was one ranking out. I think what you was talking about, they had Central 6 or something?
Yeah, the RPI rank, I think it was by Hoop Scene and AABC. I think they came together to do RPI rankings, and they RPI rankings 7A had Central Phoenix City at 6. And then their coaches poll had Central Phoenix City and 7A at 4.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
So, like, I'm all for it, but do better. That's all I'm asking. Like,
how you doing better when it's all about numbers? Because you just plugging and playing numbers.
That's my point. You can't do any better. Breezy said it best. AI don't have no human element. Like, my eyes still don't lie to me, right? I still go off what I see, and what I see is what reality is.
What I feel.
Like reality is what comes through my eyes. Reality is not what I see online. It's not an algorithm. It's not an equation. That's not real life to me. Real life is what I see. I see Central Phoenix City, and I'm looking at that team, and I'm telling you, that's one of the best 2 teams in the state of Alabama in Class 7A. You see, I said 2, right? Like, I think them and Hoover are cream of the crop. And then you got Huntsville High right there with them, and then you got a Dothan. But
and
to
people
put
are sleeping on Dothan.
Yeah.
I don't see how. Like Dothan, I've seen Dothan play several times, right? Dothan has arguably the best backcourt in the state with Diggy Coleman and Bryson Berry, right? Like, they have one of the best backcourts. And then they have a lot of ancillary pieces. They got the young pieces. They got other hybrid pieces. I like them, right? They lack size, but so does Central Phoenix City, right? They lack size. However, they got size. They got 3 guys standing 6'4" better, right? that are guards. However, they're hybrid, like a Bryce Dawson can play several different positions, right? And we all know Jacoby is just him. So, I love Dothan. I think Dothan, I've said all year, if you go back to our preseason rankings, I ranked Dothan at 4 in the preseason ranking. And I still think they're there at 4, right? I don't think that has changed much from our preseason rankings to now. You might, you could arguably flip-flop Huntsville High and Central Phoenix City, but I wouldn't do that because Huntsville High has only lost 1 game, and that was in overtime to Bob Jones in the Huntsville City Classic, right?
Yeah.
So, I don't get where people put out content and comfortably put out content knowing it's wrong as hell.
Well, let me just say this, that you did an excellent job with that coverage of that Huntsville Classic.
Appreciate that, brother.
Yeah.
Thank you. Appreciate that. Yeah, we worked pretty hard in there. Came out that joint with the flu, but it was like I say, man. That we gonna drop the tape. We got the Huntsville High Bob Jones game, bro. And that fourth quarter in overtime, that was some of the most electric basketball, Drake.
Yeah, that was
dope. Like that game and atmosphere, dog.
Yeah,
it's nothing like it.
Yeah.
Like to be in the building that night was electric.
Oh wow.
Shot after shot.
Shot out.
Back got the back.
Big shot out the. And then you gotta say it's over 2,000 people in the building.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? For a high school basketball game.
You feel that?
Yeah, you felt it.
Coaster,
you felt it, dog. You felt it. Like I say, we got the footage of that, man. We're gonna drop that on the website on our exclusive content behind our exclusive content page on the website. So I encourage everybody to go watch it.
That's good stuff right there, man. So what you got coming up, man?
Sheesh. Just regular games, man. We just gonna be out watching games. Now we do got the iBall TDB game the January 25th, Carver versus Huntsville High. That's a Saturday. So we're gonna be up there for that. But other than that, man, we just winding down this season, getting ready to crank up, area play and regionals and start talking playoffs.
Yeah. So y'all getting some bad weather down there, man?
We supposed to, man. We supposed to. It don't never happen for us. Like Montgomery's in a weird place. Like we're in the middle of the map. So and we're on complete flat land.
We got that tornado a week ago.
Yeah, we get tornadoes every blue moon, but Montgomery's in a weird space to where we really don't get that super cold weather. Like Montgomery is one of the hottest places in Alabama, right? Like so we get it doesn't get frozen here. You feel what I'm saying? Like it'll be cold in Birmingham up there for y'all. And here, like today, everybody was like, "Oh, it's cold outside." We went outside today. It was like, man, it's 50 degrees.
Oh wow.
You know what I'm saying? Like you go outside right now and it's what was it? We coming in here, breeze, like 46.
It's cold, but
yeah. Like everybody else in the 20s and 30s. We up here in the mid high 40s, So I don't. We supposed to get it. They closed school, but we'll see.
Yeah. So I asked you last night, or I asked you this morning about that Ramsey score last night. What's your thoughts on that?
Bro, I'm gonna tell you like this. If y'all don't know what we're talking about Ramsey versus Moody last night. Ramsey beat Moody 119-39. And Drake asked me, were they wrong for running up the score? Right? And my answer was, they ain't beat them bad enough. Like, Coach Denton Johnson should have tried to win by 100. I would have tried to get 139 to 39. Like, I'm not finna compromise how I play just to save your feelings. If you don't want your feelings hurt, don't show up, forfeit the game, and we'll just take the dub. But I'm not finna compromise how I play just because you suck.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
Because I'm trying to get better.
A lot of people had a lot to say about that.
What would they say? Okay, that was a dunk by who was that? I don't know who that was. Who said something about it? What they said?
But they basically were saying, that they shouldn't have ran that score up like that.
Here's my question. What are they supposed to do?
All the game?
Not score? Like, don't shoot?
What, they weren't playing?
Like, I'm supposed to just hold the ball. So you don't get embarrassed to save your. No. Listen, Ramsey is a team that is vying for a 5A state championship. Every second of every game matters. Every second of every game is a teaching opportunity and a learning opportunity for that basketball team. I'm not finna compromise my future just to make you feel good in the present.
Be like, hey, coach, I can't score no more because we up too much.
Where they do that at?
I'm gonna go sit down.
Listen, I'm sure Coach Johnson took all of his starters out of the game. I'm sure he wasn't playing with Jaden and Jay Green in the fourth quarter. So if my backups, they don't get to play. So yes, you better shoot threes. That's like me telling Alabama we up 12 touchdowns and I put the backups in. That's like me telling them not to throw a touchdown. Man, this is my highlight of my life. Yes, I'm finna score. You crazy? I'm finna throw the deep ball. So yeah, I don't blame Ramsey one bit for running up the score. I don't even think they ran it up. One of my favorite movies, y'all, of all time is Remember the Titans.
Yeah, that's a good one.
I love Remember the Titans, and it's a part of that movie where they were in the football game and they were talking about firing Coach Herman Boone, played by Denzel Washington, and giving it back to Coach Yost, who's the white coach who they promoted to get a black coach job. You ain't never seen Remember the Titans. If you hadn't, go watch it, right? And Coach Yost they were in a game and they were like, if they waiting on them to lose a game because as soon as they lose, they're gonna fire Boone and put Yost back at head coach. So the setup was in. So the whole game they just throwing flag after flag after flag. They just cheating, right? They cheating. So Coach Yost, the white coach, he realizes they cheating, right? And he says, defense on me. And boy, he gave him a speech. And he's like, I don't want them to cross the line of scrimmage one more time, right? And then after he gave that speech, Coach Herman Boone, played by Denzel, was standing there watching him give a speech to his defense. After he broke the huddle and the defense went out on the field, he turned to Coach Boone and Coach Yost said this. It's a famous line in the movie. He said, run it up, Herman. Leave no doubt. That's sports. Run it up.
Run it up.
Leave no doubt. So if you don't want me to run it up on you, play better.
Defense.
I'm winning by 100. I don't care. Drake, I do not care. Beat their ass by 100.
I just wanted to know what you had to say about it, because like I said, a lot of people was talking about it.
Tell them to call into the show. I got an answer for them.
But what was they saying, like, for them to like what was their reason and why they wanted them to stop?
Just, the whole sportsmanship thing.
Sportsmanship. Okay. So sportsmanship is coddling, not hurting feelings. Like, that's not sportsmanship. If you get out there and hold the ball for the final 8 minutes of the game, and I just stand there and let you hold and the game run out, and you end up beating me by 50, right? I think that's even worse for my players. In my opinion, that you're showing I have absolutely no confidence in you playing this sport. So why am I even out here with y'all? I don't know. I just look at it different.
Yeah.
I look at it different. I don't have no feelings when it comes to that.
Yeah, it's crazy, man. A lot of people have some mixed emotions about it.
I understand, and I'm pretty sure it's the people in Moody. Like, that's the people who got a problem with it. The people in Moody, right? Like if take it up with Alabama High School Athletic Association for putting y'all in the same area in 5A with Ramsey.
Yeah.
How about that? Take it up with them. Like, it ain't Ramsey's fault. Like, Ramsey came to play a basketball game, and it's 32 minutes in the basketball game. I'm coming and I'm playing all 32 minutes.
Yeah.
I don't care about your feelings.
That's it, bro.
Interesting.
I ain't never.
Yep.
I didn't know you could throw a game or a quick. Oh.
Mm-hmm. But it looks like.
Let me ask you a question. Who's the best player up there at the Huntsville Classic?
The overall best player?
Yeah.
All tournament long, the overall best player would have to go to Caden Rickett. He won MVP of the tournament. So yeah, I would say Caden Rickett was the best player. It was some great performances. Now, a lot of big time performances happened. Jordan Parks from Bob Jones I think he had 29 in that championship
He
game.
balled up.
Or was that the championship game? Or
It
no,
was one of
the
them
Huntsville
games.
High game. I think he had like 29 in that game, which was huge. Or the kid Dayton Epps from Columbia, little freshman, he played well. Noah Gorman played well for James Clemens. Who else? Simon had moments for Huntsville High.
How's he doing?
He's still battling a hamstring injury, but
Right, he did all that hurt.
yeah, he was
He was out there hooping.
yeah, that Bob Jones game, he really showed up.
He was hooping.
He was hooping. Like he was putting the ball on the floor. He was getting to the basket. Of course, he was shooting the 3-ball. He was shooting the pull-up jump shot. Like he showed that he has dog in him.
I'm him.
Yeah, he showed he has some dog in him, and he's not afraid of the moment. So it was a lot of good performances. I'm trying to make sure anybody that really stood out. Jay Green played well. Jaden Williams had a really good game. I like what I saw. Florence was not at full strength. Bryant James didn't play in the tournament. He had food poisoning. He was sick, so he didn't play. But I did like what I saw from Jalen Blackwell and Jalen Chandler. Blackwell can play, bro. He's a guy you really don't know where you plug him in at, like position wise, but he's a ball player, right? He's a Swiss Army knife. He can do a lot. Like Florence plays him a lot at that point forward ball handler position. You know what I mean? Like he initiates their offense a lot, especially when they're getting pressure. He's the guy he's their pressure relief guy. He gets the basketball up. He's the one that can cross half court and get them into sets. So I really like him. I think the Blackwell kid is a kid that is going to be a real steal for somebody coming up next year.
That's good.
Greeting them one.
Yeah, greeting them. Can you believe it, Drake? I'm on live and greeting them was on.
And when he just said that, I was like literally about to ask you, what are you doing on live?
Yeah, man.
I literally was about to ask you that before y'all said something. Like, soon as Breezy said, I was like, "What you doing the live for, man?"
Yeah, man. They had me pissed off tonight, man. I ain't want to. Like,
we got the dub though.
Yeah, got the dub. That's all that matters. Win's a win. I'm gonna go back and watch it though. You know, I'm gonna go back and watch it. I watched the first half. That's why we came on a little late. I stayed at the house and watched the first half, and then I knew I needed to go live, so we came on, headed to the studio, and I knew I was gonna miss the second half, but I'm gonna go back and watch it.
Gotcha. I was wondering, boy. As soon as he said that, I was like, hold on now, something ain't right.
Yeah, man. So over the break, man, where were you at over the break? I know you were down in Birmingham for the Big Orange. Where else? What you saw down there, and where else you hit at?
Big Orange. I was at Homewood, and then I was in Mississippi at the Sunkist Showcase. Okay. So basically, just really Big Orange, man. You know, I saw Williamson for the first time. And I think I text you, and what did I say when I text you? Rams is in trouble
because they're so big.
And listen. I think I told you what we thought as far as those two big boys.
Right,
they are not even their best players. Like,
so you said it's two wings they got that are just athletes.
That are freaky athletes, and the one in particular can just do it all. And I don't. And there is nobody on Ramsey's squad that can guard him.
Jaden Williams couldn't guard him.
No. He'll punish him inside. He'll punish him.
Wow. Because I saw Jaden. I saw a good game in the Ramsey versus Mae Jemison in the back gym. I saw Jaden Williams go up against TJ Pruitt and Dakarion Bryant. And I know DK and Jaden are very similar players in my opinion. They're both 6'5", 6'6" wings, two guards, shooting guards. But Jaden Williams is already signed with Georgia Southern Division I, and Dakarion Bryant still hadn't gotten that look yet, right? Yeah. And watching that game, it was played in the back gym. I was really watching the dynamic of what's the difference in between the two. Like, why does one have the opportunity and the other one doesn't? And I'm gonna write an article on that that I got coming out on iBallRadio.com. But watching those two go at it, Jaden Williams had a really good game that game. Dakarion played well, right? He didn't have a bad game, but in my opinion, Jaden outplayed him in that game.
Oh wow. Was Jaden matched up against TJ at all?
Nah, it's just him and DK. Like him and DK really went at it that game. I think DK had 16. I think Jaden had 22 and 9.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Now it's gonna be key because Williamson does have a nice little point guard. He's just, I think he's like 5'8", 5'9", but he is fully in control of that team. It's gonna be good. It's gonna be, and we're talking if both of these teams make it. All right. And if they end up getting matched up, it'd be interesting to see this. I think it's LaQuincy or something like that, and then seeing Jay Green and this kid match up against one another. But I will say this: Williamson doesn't have a lot of depth.
Okay.
Yeah, they don't have a lot of depth coming off that bench. Now, one of the big kids do come off the bench, and then the one that starts, he's a lefty, man. He likes to play inside out.
That's Jonathan Johnson. Jonathan Johnson's the lefty.
Gotcha.
And then Silas Evans, I think, is the other big.
Yeah. And then Rams just don't have anything to be able to. They're gonna have to be able to do something to control the boards against those guys.
So I know they got plastered by Hoover, but that's not saying much. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, Hoover's the 8th best team in the country. Like, that team is really, really, really good. I think we're
now that's Max Preps. Now that's Max Preps.
It is. Like, it is. And y'all know
they're not the 8th best team in the country.
Listen, I don't think so either. Right?
Yeah.
But I'm gonna tell you like this. I think they top 25.
Yeah, they definitely top 25. But when I saw them at number 8 in there, I was like, nah, man. You got 10 of the top teams playing next weekend at the Hoop Hall. You know what I'm saying? Right. So it's just like, they just, it is what it is, though.
And like you say, that's the Max Preps. And since Squirrel, since you brought it up, that was something else I was talking about on Monday when it comes to these rankings, bro. Like, you see these teams constantly, and I got to I said it. I rock with Max Preps. When it comes to me needing see who's playing on the schedule, to look up a roster, to see a score from last night or from a previous game, or to see what area somebody plays in, I use Max Prep for that. I'm not using Max Prep for some doggone rankings. And these teams in Alabama, y'all continuously post these Max Prep rankings because they got y'all ranked at number 3 or 4 or 5, whatever you ranked, right? And y'all do understand that's an algorithm, right? Like, that is a computer, somebody inputting an equation into a computer, and then it's calculating all the numbers to give you those rankings. I ain't seen y'all play one time.
Not once.
Not ever.
Yeah.
They'll never. Bro, have you ever seen an employee of Max Prep?
That's a good question right there.
I don't think I've ever been in a gym and I was shaking somebody's hand or had a conversation with somebody and they was like, oh, yeah, I work for Max Prep.
That's a good question.
Have you ever seen it?
Not at all.
Ever.
Not at
ever.
all.
So I don't know why y'all put so much stock into what they say.
Yeah.
I guess. But yeah.
And they put a lot of stock into it.
They put a lot of stock into it.
Yeah.
A lot of it.
So, Hoover, man, do you
think Huntsville High or Central Phoenix City can luck up and beat them in a game?
I'm trying to figure out how they can do it. And I've asked you this question several times. Is there a way for Huntsville to, because Central Phoenix just don't have the size. They just don't have the size. Even with adding Jadens, they just gonna. It's just hard. Dwayne Brown is just such a factor that Central Phoenix City doesn't have an answer for. Huntsville, can they execute, space them out, slow down?
Bring that game back up, Breezy.
And I'm about to say something that's gonna sound a little crazy, right? But can Huntsville do something and slow the game down just a little bit on the offensive end and run their stuff the way that they want to run it?
I'm gonna tell you what, like, Huntsville's issue for me is they don't improvise well, right? Majority of Huntsville's baskets come off sets.
Yeah.
Right? It comes off of them, the continuity of their offense.
Yeah.
They don't have any off-script players. They don't have anybody who you can literally say, give them the ball and go get a bucket. As good as J.D. Gossett is, he's not an ISO player.
Yeah, and that's why I say, can they get 75% production for the game from their offensive execution? And if they can do that, that's the only way I see them being able to beat Hoover.
But my point is, they don't score enough. Like,
that's what I'm saying. That's why I'm saying you got to slow it down, and you got to get 75% point production off of every, out of all the offensive possessions you get. You got to get 75 to 80% production. There has to be a basket scored
every single time you get the basketball.
You have to play a doggone near perfect game.
Right. And I agree with that because
exactly I know they shoot a lot of threes, so I understand that. But but I'm saying you got to get what you want every single time.
And that's tough, man, because Hoover's a very good defensive team, right? Like Jackson Sheffield is, in my opinion, he's turning out to be a top 5 in 2026.
I was about to say that to you, bro.
Like, he has really, in my opinion, put himself in the top 5 in the class of 2026. Yeah. Like, he has I'm gonna tell you what he has as a big that I love. Bro, he got a nasty streak in him.
Yeah.
Like, he is not afraid of contact.
Yeah.
And he seeks it. And when he gets to intimidating his opponents, it makes it easier for him to score around the basket. The other night I was watching him play, I think it was Vestavia. Bro, he was murdering Vestavia. I think he had like 3 dunks in a row. Like, he's running the floor, he's rebounding, he's outletting, he's changing shots, and he's scoring on the other end. Jackson Sheffield is probably top 5 in the class of 26. Man.
Yeah, I wouldn't say probably. He is. He definitely is.
Yeah, I'm putting him in there.
He is. Remember last year I kept on talking about how Simon Stark and how Garrett Stark is going up.
Right.
As far as 2026, his stock is the high is on like robust increase.
I agree. His trajectory in class of 2026 is higher than anybody else in that class right now. Like, he has his stock is rising higher than Diggy Coleman's at this particular moment. And we already know what Diggy Coleman is.
Yeah.
Right? Like, in my opinion, all right, let's talk about it since we're on the class of 2026. I think somebody out there gonna want to listen and hear this. Top players in the class of 2026. I'm just gonna go 5.
Yeah.
Okay. This off the top of my head. Y'all see I don't have nothing in front of me. Top of my head. No order. Like, I'm not in particular order. Just the top 5 players. If I were to rank them, I don't know how I would rank them, but these would be the 5 players I would rank in the top 20, in the top 5. That is Jackson Sheffield is 1. Jalen Alexander, Diggy Coleman, MJ Jones, and Jay Green.
Can't argue that.
Those will be the 5 that I think right now are probably the top. And it's one player that is left out of there that you could easily put in, and that's Tucker Wadsworth.
Yeah.
Right? Like, Tucker Wadsworth probably makes the 5. Right? You can't have 6 and 5. So somebody go get left out. Right? But those to me are the cream of the crop in their class right now.
You're right about that, bro.
You know what I'm saying? So, like, as we watch this game, 47-35, May Jemison is up on Buckhorn. This game is confusing to me, bro.
They made a run. Buckhorn made a run close to the end of that second quarter, and Jemison just held it. You know what I'm saying? Held their ground, and they kept on pushing. as you see that their face kind of close guarding Fred right now, but they're not finding much scoring productions from anywhere else.
And that's the thing about Buckhorn that confuses me. Like during the Huntsville City Classic, bro, they looked darn near unbeatable.
You told me that. Yeah.
Like they were playing the best basketball of the tournament until they ran up against Bob Jones.
Wow.
Right? And so to see them come out and struggle against a team like Mae Jemison, who I saw struggle in Huntsville in the Huntsville City Classic.
But Mae Jemison is just the same type of team. You got two, you know what I'm saying, solid players in TJ and Decorian. You got the kid Cortez, that's the freshman kid.
Right.
Then you got the big boy 32 down there, just bangs, and you got the ball right there. You know what I'm saying? Good pass right there. Like they're just another team.
And there's that freshman.
Yeah. That's just as confusing on how they play. Now I heard Lance was saying something. What was he saying about him?
He was just saying, first year for Coach Pete Miller, right? And trying to implement his system into with these group of kids coming from that Huntsville High system, right?
It doesn't work.
It doesn't work. And he's having to figure that out on the fly because that's his philosophy. He comes from what a block. He comes from the Christian Swears, and Christian comes from the Bucky McMillan tree.
Yeah.
Right. So like Pete Miller's gonna coach in that vein. And he has a lot of talent this year. So it's hard for him to implement what he wants to do with a team that is built to win right now.
Yeah. So
that's hard for him. And that's kind of what Lance was saying. It's like it doesn't work. The system he's running doesn't work. But it's just he a first-year head coach. What you expect?
But the thing about it is this, though, D, and as you know, it's probably only one team in college that over the years that just stuck to what they do, and that was Syracuse.
True.
Everybody else, they have to adjust to the personnel.
They do.
And one of the best that was
That's
doing it is Coach Calipari.
Yeah.
And you know what I'm saying? You know, you gotta be able to understand what your personnel. Like we tell point guards all the time, KYP. Sometimes we only tell these coaches, KYP, know your personnel.
Better know your personnel. Like you got to. Hey, you know what I'm realizing in this game that I'm not seeing? Jeremiah Wilson not playing.
He's been out there.
Has he?
Yeah.
Okay, I hadn't seen it. He's not out there right currently.
Yeah, he's been out there. But you know, my thing is, man, you know what I'd say about him, man.
Now I'm gonna tell you, he was hooping in Huntsville.
He was?
Yes, man. Like, yes, like he looked like the Jeremiah Wilson that we had ranked in the top 5 in class of 2025 at one point.
Wow.
Right? Like he looks the part. And I think he gets a bad rap because of his performances in the last couple of years in the state, but they won the championship. Right?
And they had Caleb Pope. Because you know, me and you, we've talked about this, but I cannot just give him a pass, man.
I'm not giving him a pass.
That's what it sounds like you're doing.
I'm not giving him a pass. He didn't play well. He hadn't played well in the championships, right? So I'm not giving him a pass. But my thing is his team won. So it would be a lot worse if he didn't play well and his team lost. You feel what I'm saying?
Let them lose.
Well, I get that part too. But my thing is, like, he could have forced it, right? He could have hurt his team, but he didn't.
Yeah.
And he didn't hurt them to the point where they lost because they won. And I get it. They had Caleb Pope. But he's played a lot better this year, and he played real well in Huntsville.
Gotcha. That's good. That's good to know.
Yeah, because he's just so smooth, bro. Like he was hooping in Huntsville. In the Huntsville City, he was the reason they were in the championship game. Like, you know what you're getting out of Fred. Fred just is good. But yeah. Fred's gonna be 17 to 19, right? You got to bank on Jeremiah to get you that 25.
Yeah.
You know, and when he does that, they win. and when they don't, they struggle scoring. Like I got a player spotlight coming out on Lee Garcia, 6'5" shooting guard, 6'5" kid for Buckhorn. Like he is a knockdown shooter. We have seen Lee Garcia have very, very productive games, but he's not somebody that's gonna go out there and just get buckets, right? He's gonna have to get his in the flow because Fred and because of Jeremiah really being in the flow offensively, and you leave Lee Garcia open and he just wets you up. Like Jordan Lindsay the same way, right? Jordan Lindsay is their spark plug. He is their lockdown defender, but he still makes he makes open shots. But he's not a guy that you're gonna lean on like you're gonna lean on a Fred or Jeremiah. So it's gonna be big on Jeremiah this year because 6A is wide open and they got an opportunity to win. I think 6A is the most wide open classification this year. I don't think it's not a favorite in 6A.
Bro, Mountain Brook beat Clay the other night at Clay.
Smash Clay.
And then Huffman's playing Mountain Brook tonight.
Right, got a call. Yes.
But man, let me get going, bro. Been good.
All right.
Hanging out with y'all tonight.
All right, Drake. We'll holler at you next time, my guy.
All right, now.
There he is, man. Terry Drake, man. As we answer this phone call, caller, what's your name? Where you calling from? I missed it. Sorry, call back. But yeah, man, that was our guy, Terry Drake. Breeze, what time is it?
Thanks, Drake. It
8:20.
is 8:20.
We about gonna get out of here. I'm ready to go home, actually. My voice.
Put too much on it now.
I listen. I was chilling tonight. I've been trying not to talk as much.
Yeah, well, Drake helped out because he gave a voice.
Right. So y'all see I didn't pulled out the Stanley on y'all. And I'm over here sipping with my water in there because my throat be going out on me, man. My voice be going out on me.
Gotta stay hydrated. Anyway, so
because I'm not fully 100% yet, y'all, but I'm getting there. Right. That flu strain A whooped me, y'all. It had me down bad, and y'all know my money maker is my voice, and it go out on me sometimes. But 53-42 right now, 129 left in the third quarter for this May Jemison Buckhorn basketball game. May Jemison has been in control this entire game. Like I say, it's a home game for them. They're playing well. That was an out of control play. But yeah, real quick, the kid Cortez Hudson for May Jemison. I really like him. He plays hard. Like he's one of the best. He's probably a top 5 kid in the class. Dang, what class is that? The class of 2028. Yeah, 2028 class. He's probably one of the top players in class of 2028. Oh, goodness. That sounds crazy even saying. I remember I was putting out rankings for the 2019 class. Right? You know what I'm saying? 2020, 2021, 2022. Like now we already. I'm sitting here talking about 2028.
Hey, we on the way, man.
Sheesh. Fred, pull up. Bang. Missed it. TJ Pruitt with the rebound. And like I say, TJ Pruitt is basically the point guard for May Jemison. But Breezy, man, look at him handle it. On Fred. Sitting down on. Hey, run the music, man. Let's get up. Appreciate y'all hanging out with us tonight, man, for episode number 50.
Hey, man, that's big, man.
Episode number 50.
Yeah, man.
We didn't celebrate like big time tonight, y'all, because in 2 episodes, man, next week, man, next Thursday, if all works out well, will be our 200th episode. That's right, episode number 200 of the iBall podcast, man. So make sure y'all tap in for that. Appreciate y'all hanging out with us, man. D with the coach, man. iBallradio.com. I gave y'all a little rundown. If you signed up, we'll be right back, man. We'll be right back. We're changing servers. We're changing over our service from one server to the next. So be patient. 24 hours. We should have y'all good to go. Everything will be back up. We'll make an announcement on social media. Appreciate y'all hanging out with us right here on iBallradio.com, the iBall Radio YouTube page. Streaming live also on Instagram and Facebook. Breezy, holla at these folks, man. Let's get up out of here.
Hey, man, it's your boy Breezy, and it ain't easy.
It ain't easy, man. And y'all already know they call me Coach because I teach you how to ball. Until next week, man. We might be back a little early. We never know, man. Y'all stay locked in with us and see what we got going on. Go follow the Instagram at iBall Radio. Go follow Breezy at Breezy387. Make sure you tap in with us, man. Stay up to date and go subscribe to the iBall Radio YouTube page. And when we come back, iBallradio.com.
Yes, sir.
Till next week, we out.
Hey, man.
Peace. Long live Hero.
For sure.